Hey peeps, it's Andercon playing Kerbal Space Program. And we're going to take this crab stack to the Mun. um, Single stage to orbit space, well, it's not really planey, but it does go to the Mun somehow. And, well, at least this part will. This part I'm going to actually take off in orbit and re-land. And I'll take the top part to the Mun. How's that? That'll work. Uh... What are you talking about blowing up a hot dog? Chat is silly tonight, which I like. I gotta look up chat, see what the hell you're talking about. Oscar Mayer and Ballpark Franks. Apparently hot dogs don't explode, or mine was a dud, I don't know. I don't even have a clue. Alright, talking about exploding hot dogs in chat. Hey. Whatever floats your boat. Chat, just silly. Hot dog. Oh, jeez. I gotta start paying more attention to the flying going on here, because right around here I gotta start facing downward, or I'm going to completely wreck my launch. You gotta fly these things a certain way, and if you don't, things go bad. Alright. For whatever reason, this particular version loves to spin on me. Okay, there we go. Okay, I need to be pointing downward more. This launch, I don't know what's going on with it, but for whatever reason, I'm kind of spinning everywhere. Alright, I'm gonna look at all these. I'm just making all these obvious so I can look at the numbers and see if there's one with a burnout. Fortunately, with this particular design, I don't tend to have too many engines with, like, that hog all the intake air so much. But I am going a little too slow right now. Okay, I'm trying to get up to a decent orbital speed here, but kind of looks like, for whatever reason, I end up launching myself up into the really high atmosphere here. So we're probably going to switch over to thrusters early. I wonder how we're doing here. I managed to get 50,000 meters without even trying here. Okay, well. 4.9 on most of these. Some of them are flamed out. Alright, well. Got all that. Switch. Floor it. I don't know if I'm going to have enough fuel for this, because the I'd honestly have to call this a little bit of a bad flight. It didn't go the way it was supposed to. So I probably am not going to have the fuel to do what I need to do. But we'll try it. I'm doubtful if this is going to work too well, but we'll see. One way or another, I should be able to get some parts of this into orbit. I still got an okay amount of fuel in there for the moment. Really poor launch, I tell you. If you fly this thing right, you can easily get this thing, like, practically in orbit on jet alone. Alright, there's 71 or so. What kind of fuel we got left? Not much. Like nothing. Honestly, that was basically my get to orbit fuel I just blew. But we'll make it work. Somehow we'll make that sucker work. Alright, yeah. Okay, up here. How are we doing? I'll probably end up using some of the fuel from the top lander to actually get in a proper orbit. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to disconnect. I'm going to disconnect right here. Alright. And we're going to use this to orbit. Floor it. And it'll shortly achieve orbit. Might take it a minute. There's some orbits. Okay, how we doing? That's at 40. There we go. There's 70. And we're good. I'm going to leave that thing into orbit. Double check. 70 plus 73. That's good enough for me. And we're going to switch back to the other probe here. We're going to land this somewhere. Somewhere. I don't know where. Figure it out. Probably like wherever it decides to fall. We'll land it there. I don't think I could get this thing into an orbit. Probably wouldn't want to because it'd probably get stuck there. So we'll just land it. And it didn't really matter too much if it lands in the water or on a surface. How's the... well, it's going to be landing in the dark. Just fast forward. It's already in the atmosphere. And going down. Let's go ahead and turn that on. Open the intakes. Wait till I got a little bit of air in them. You can vaguely see some land down here. It's probably really dark. Let me hit that button. There's some land. I'm going to try to land over here somewhere if I can. Can't really even activate the jet engines at this point. Alright, there's a little bit of air. Not much. Yeah, because it's also like a long way away from KSP. I'm not going to get a whole lot of money from it either, but there wouldn't be any easy way for me to get this particular one over to KSP. If I had flown it better, yeah, but this launch went bad. I jumped into a high altitude way too quick. So... yeah, I hadn't killed off Jeb yet. It's a miracle. Alright. I haven't got a clue what's below me right now. I can't see. The night is so dark. We need moonlight, you know that? There we go. Alright, should be falling almost straight down now. I'm just gonna let it do its thing. You can vaguely make out some land down there somewhere. You know, that wasn't quite what I wanted it to do, but this will work. There we go. And oops, well, there's 500 meters above the surface apparently. There's some land incoming. And I'll just let it float down to the surface. There we go. Recover vessel, probably like 50%. Be nice if I could have got a 90 to 100% back, but didn't happen today. Next time. Come on, you can do it. Boosh. Alright, got some small amount of science back. 48% value, like I said. That sucks. Alright, well, guess we'll not worry about that. And let's continue on with the mun. Where are you at? Guys, still talking about hot dogs. I actually didn't buy any hot dogs lately. I usually do have some in the fridge, but today I don't. Hot dog would be nice. I'm actually hungry right now. I can't see what I'm doing. That doesn't help much. Well, whatever. It didn't matter that much. I'm just gonna go to the mun. Set as target. Put all this up. And there we go. Okay, that's 868. 500 and some. $182. Oops, wrong button. 186. Not helping me. Alright, 39. I like to get it around 20 if I can. 10. That's pretty good. Let's do this. 116. 8. You're not helping me any. Come on. 32. Close enough. I'll figure it out later. Alright, we're gonna do one orbit apparently, or most of an orbit before we actually do this. And I should have plenty of fuel for any of this. No problem. One version of this craft I actually tried in testing before. It didn't have any of the side engines, like the 2 extra fuel tanks, but it also didn't have the science stuff on it either. It was just a pod, basically, with a bit of fuel and an engine. It was able to get to the mun and back, so this should be able to get to the mun and back no problem at all. I probably should have been burning some time ago. Yep. Oh well. We'll make it work. Also, it should be daytime, so you should be able to see what I'm doing. There we go. Yeah, not a bad little ship. It looks alright. That'll get me there and back in one piece of hope. So these 2 side engines will be getting me to the mun and an orbit on the mun, and may even help me slow down to land a little bit, but they'll likely get popped off before I do the landing. This engine and this bit of fuel will be for the landing and all the way back to Kerbal. So shouldn't be any trouble at all. This is a design I've used many times, more or less. I just never took it up to orbit this way before. Scroll back up and chat, eh? Probably talking about your hot dogs. Smoke behind wall. Somebody's wife melted a frying pan cooking pancakes. Lol. Spatula sitting on the burner. I'm in college and I live at home, and my mom still cooks for me, but one time I put a hot dog in the microwave for 4 minutes by accident. Meant to hit 40 and left the room. I came back in 2 minutes and the microwave was full of smoke. Apparently hot dogs don't explode, or mine was a dud, I don't know. I see where you were going. Nice. Oh, there we go. Good thing I looked back over, I was about to miss it. Alright. Scoot that prairie apsis down. There's 20 flat, just what I want. There we go. Whee! I don't want to fly through this encounter node because it'll screw up more, but they've actually gotten better at making that not happen, but it can still screw up your orbit. Did it? Nah, a little. I'm at 21 instead of 20. Oh well. Good enough. Okay, over here. Just give me a freaking... that, yes. Right, 164. 26. Went too far with it. Alright, 21 and 10. Too much. Alright, 21 and 21. Hey, I'll take it. There we go. And we'll burn it 15 seconds to the T. Right there. Burned for 30 seconds total. Let me check my fuel and everything. Everything's good. I'm burning my electric charge. Still got a third fuel in that. Nothing burned up all my fuel in this. That's good news. I wonder if I can land near the Monarch. I know where there's one that's pretty easy to get to. I have to change my orbit slightly, but I'll see if I can actually land right next to an arch. Okay, so I think there's one right here. That's the right crater. Pretty sure it is. So if we do that on the next orbit. Right about there, work. And 4 minutes. 3, 2, 1, 0. Close enough. That's good. Okay. I'm gonna go over to basically the opposite side of the planet and slow down a little. About there. Wrong way. what do you want my attention for now?
Pizza place story. Do it.
Alright, pizza place story, you say? Alright, the place is called Smitty's. There's a handful of different ones. We could definitely do that. Alright, so sometimes when I've got the hiccups, I twist the hiccup into like a word. So one day I was in the back doing the dishes, and I hiccuped like super loudly, and it was so loud it echoed off the walls. And I twisted it into the word boobies. So I basically yelled boobies loud as hell while doing the dishes. Everybody in there just busted out laughing. Nobody said a word, but everybody laughed for like 2 minutes. So it was a fun time. Nobody said anything. I never understood. I'm surprised nobody mentioned it. What? Oh, that's what happened. Other times, let's see, what else? There was one time where Alright, so the military, when you go into the military, which I was in a long, long time ago, they issue you everything, including a brown pair of underwear for some freaking reason. I happened to be wearing that brown pair of underwear to work one day, and sometimes I get like a little bit of diarrhea out of the blue, and I can usually make it to the bathroom. But this time, I just had to fart. So I happened to be at work, just making a pizza. I just cut one loose, thinking nothing of it. It wasn't a fart. It was bad. I had to throw that pair away. I managed to save the pants I was wearing, though. But I had to go home. I made the brown underwear much more brown. Never a good thing, I tell you that. Oh, crap. And, I just threw them in the bathroom on a trash can. They were done for. You know, it's pretty bad when a brown pair of underwear can't be saved. And then, let's see, what else? There's some other ones. There was one time where, oh, here's a weird story. Like, for the longest time, I was a delivery driver. And, one time I delivered out to this really nice, huge house. So I went and knocked on the door, and this little kid in his underwear, just nothing but underwear, answers the door. And I'm like, is there your mom or dad home? And so he goes and goes off to get his dad, and then his sister comes to the door, also a wee little kid. I'm talking like 3 or 4. Comes to the door in her underwear. I'm like, what the hell's going on here? I didn't say a word. And then the dad answers the door in his underwear and pays for the pizza and takes it. And I just leave. I'm like, what the hell? The entire family's in their underwear. I'm just like, must be a family thing. I'm just gonna go. I'm not gonna think any more of it and just go. It's freaking weird. What the hell? Let's see. Trying to think. There was this one time where one of our delivery drivers went to take a replacement sub back to somebody, because every now and then somebody will complain about a sub or say, "Oh, we got the wrong order," or it was really bad tasting or something. And sometimes they're just trying to get free food. In this particular case, somebody gave the old sub back to him, all wrapped up in tinfoil and everything, and the delivery driver decides to look in it to make sure there was actually, you know, something in it. It was a bunch of rocks and trash and wrappers shoved in there. And well, they got put on the list to not ever deliver to again. Also, there's the Monarch. I'm probably going to pass by horribly. We'll try to get close by. Bye, Monarch. See you later. There it is. I'll see what I can do. I can probably burn back to it, no problem. Hopefully. There we go. Oh, there was this one other time. This one actually made me feel a little bad. There was this one guy that used to work at that store, and he didn't really get along with one of the other co-workers. But he had stopped working there like a long time before. And but he had decided one day to call in and ask for a sub. He asked for extra mayonnaise on the sub too, and that'll become important in a moment. So I was the guy that went to deliver the sub, and when I got there to deliver the sub, he asked if this guy, the guy was named Randy, if he was working there or not. And I said, yeah, he still works there. And he said he didn't really get along with Randy too much. And I said, I understood. I don't really like him much myself. And he asked me if Randy did anything to his sub. And I said, as far as I know, no. I don't think he did anything to your sub. I think your sub's good. You know, we gave you extra mayonnaise and everything like you asked. And, you know, I didn't see anybody screw with it. So, you know, he talked for a minute. And he thanked me and gave me a nice tip and everything. And then I went back to the store, and Randy asked me about the delivery. And I said, yeah, everything went fine. And I told him, he asked if you'd screwed with the sub. And I told him no, that it should be good. And then Randy said, yeah, well, about that. When he asked for extra mayonnaise, I just squeezed the entire bottle of mayonnaise out on his sub. I'm like, oh God, you didn't, did you? He's like, yeah, I did. Oh God, why? The guy never ordered again. Anyway, when I worked there, I used to, you had to wear a hat when you worked. They required you to wear a hat at all times. And so I had this one hat. Most people just wear your regular old duckbill hat. But I didn't really like those that much, so I got this other funky hat. It's kind of like this big storm rain hat, like if you see the military wear or something. Or if you ever seen Gilligan's Island, it's basically the same hat Gilligan wears all the time. And sometimes when I went to deliver a pizza or something, somebody would call me Gilligan. It was just odd. But I wore that hat like all the time there. I still got the hat, and I actually wore it out today when I went for a walk because it was raining. It works really good for that. I'm not going to land on the very top of this thing because I doubt if I could get it to land, but landing here will work just fine. Yeah, except it's crooked as hell. Kind of like to see which way. Not that way. Where to go? This way? Let's go uphill a little bit. Fly through the arch. Try not to hit it. I'm gonna hit it. There we go. No, don't slam into it. No. Okay, we're good, I think. Oh God, we're about to crash. Oh Jesus. Yep, there it went. So, things happen. Mistakes were made, and we lost Jeb. Dang. Well, we're gonna have to do this mission again sometime. Damn. Bye, Jeb. Nice knowing you. Everything was going so well. Landing near the Monarch and everything. I just happened to screw up the landing at the last freaking moment. I hate when the terrain is like all crooked as hell. Well, there went that, and there went all my reputation. Ah! Bah, humbug. I just had to launch the exact same thing again. Hey, look, I got 1,000 signs for no apparently good reason. What did I get anyway? An extra 100 signs from land on the moon. Ah! It says I landed on the moon. I didn't exactly land on the moon. I'll tell you that. Did it complete the entire contract, though? I doubt it. Nope. We still have to recover scientific data from around the moon. And recover scientific data from the surface of the moon. I didn't do those. Well, we can still do that. Let's go and unlock some crap. We ain't got much left to do. Advanced unmanned tech. Got some more junk over there we could unlock if we wanted. Some of that mess, some of that mess, some of that mess. I kind of like to have this. That's a sizable chunk right there. Alright, then we can pull off one thing from any of these. Let's go get the rover wheels. Alright, we're down to 150. Play! Play! Bleh! You did land face first. Oh god. Read chat when you can and boom. Usually drove Dodge Neon, was held together with brake ties. Yeah, you smashed a mailbox by accident back when you had a paper out. Ah, that's some bad luck, Amnut. Alright, what was that flying anyway? It was this one? I think it was this one. We can try that again. Alright, this time I ain't gonna do anything stupid fancy like trying to land next to the freaking monarch. Screw that thing. We could take this thing up if we wanted. Or we could make something completely new and say fuck this thing. Let's go do that. Nope. Alright, so I'm going to unlock this. Because I can. And we're going to whip out a big fat tank. We'll probably end up getting somebody or several somebody stuck on the moon for the fun of it. Because I've never flown one of these, really, and I don't know if it's actually going to work right. Okay, we'll go ahead and get a Science Junior on the top. We'll stick a couple of Mystery Goos on the side. I'm all burpy. Let's see, what else? I need a parachute, for sure. It's in utility. And I need this one. We go shoot. I'll add probably 4 more for the fun of it, just in case. Could use some batteries. 4 batteries, because we can. 4 solar panels, because we can. Where am I going to put these? Right here? That'll work. Let's see. I don't really need this, do I? Yeah, I'm going to take it with me anyway. Knock this down to 1. Put it right there. Take a thermometer. Put it there. Alright, I think that's all this needs except landing legs. Do these reach? I don't know if these will reach or not. No, they don't reach big and long enough. Let's get these. Those will reach. Alright. Go to subassembly and let's go to the Starlifter Ha ha ha. So this is a another lifter I made. This one I made actually before I did the lowest tech jet lifter. It's pretty nice. It's a little expensive, but honestly this whole thing ain't that bad. It's 66 thou. And it should be able to do everything I need, I suspect. This will be more than enough to get that stack up into orbit, as long as it's around 15 tons or so. I don't know exactly the weight of this, but let's go take a quick look. We've got 4.12. I'm going to ignore the 1.2 for the moment. So 4 plus, where is it? This thing's 9. 9 is 13, plus another 2 tons for the boodle, I believe, which should be 15. Double check the boodles. Yep, 15 plus another 0.2. So we're looking around 16 or so tons, I'm going to say. And I've already tested to make sure it could get something like that into orbit, no problem. This one's a little weird because, you know, where the landing struts are at, but it works. This one's designed a wee bit differently. I just want to make sure I actually have parachutes on this because I don't actually see parachutes. Oh, there's one parachute on the bottom. There's, I think, 2 more down there too. Let me raise this up so you can actually see the bottom and scoot it over. So I got 2 parachutes, a couple of solar panels down there, 1 big parachute, a larger rechargeable battery bank, which I probably got to unlock. Purchase. Also, I'm gonna have to unlock some more parts. Gotta unlock that. What is it even called? Docking Clampatron Senior thing. Purchase that. I gotta unlock a large SAS. Oh, it's already good. Unlock the fat remote guidance unit thing. Wrong one, I think. Is this the right one? Yeah, that's the right one. And I gotta go sprint to the bathroom before it blows off, so BRB. Knocking things off my desk. I feel better. I've been using the bathroom a lot because I've been drinking a lot. I almost spilled my water on my keyboard. Pour it under him and kill him. Alright, okay. So, double check all this. What is that doing up there? Alright. Stick that there. Okay, I think this should be good. I already got a bunch of action groups and stuff for most of this. And I just need to apply that and these. And also I'd like to lower legs. Alright, that could work. Looks good. Okay. Alright. Heavy Munlander. Save. Alright, I still gotta unlock the some stuff. The nose intakes and these funky shaped stuff. Alright, let's do that. Unlock this. And the intakes. There we go. Alright, this has got basically the same action groups as the other one. Blah, 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 blah. So you guys want me to talk about the time where Rob was getting mad because it kept on portaling him to the moon? Alright, I don't think I caught this on video or anything. This is a long time ago in Minecraft on a, what was it? It was a particular series I was playing. Hold on. Alright. I had a series going where I had some pretty neat looking houses, and I was building right next to a village on a lake. And it was an ultimate. I think it was my ultimate series. What was it, ultimate? FTB ultimate? Feed the Beast ultimate? Yeah, that might be it. So anyway, we'd invited a bunch of people, you know, friends of mine on, and like there was Ace and Rob, CCR, Cookie Boot might have came on eventually, and there might have been one or two other people. I think Dark Shock was there, and possibly one other person. Anyway, in that mod pack there is the portal gun. I think it was before I built the pyramid, so one before the pyramid. There was a portal gun in that particular mod pack, and if you shot the mun with one end of the portal and the other portal on the wall or the floor, it would suck everything in, like terrain and everything, into the hole, or people. And at the time, people were a little peeved at Rob because he had, the very first thing he did was build power armor. Like immediately, the first like 3 hours of the game, he went and built power armor. And he used Dark Shock's copper to do so. So people were up in a bit of an uproar. So, and for whatever reason, I think CCR and maybe Dark Shock and probably Ace got a portal gun and went and portaled him to the mun, and I think they might have portaled his house to the mun too. And when you portal somebody to the mun, it destroys everything they have on them. So it destroyed his power armor, and he became an astronaut at the same time. So we kind of tease him about that all the time now, though it wasn't really his fault. It was everybody else screwing with him, but it was still fun. Alright. This thing's got the problem currently of flipping around, and the usual problem of I'm not paying enough attention and flying it right. I went too high. Very common problems, and I may even need to drop lower into the atmosphere before and try the some of the launch again. Alright. Just gotta beware of any burnouts. Alright, so far we're good. I just need to build up a bunch of speed. I'm trying to get at least 1,000, I'm hoping for 800 or 900 meters a second. So I'm about 1,000 short right now. So we're intentionally going to drop into the down into the atmosphere a little bit and try not to flip over. Please don't flip over. Alright, that's good. Okay. And we're dropping like a stone, basically. I'm hoping for intake air to actually pick up. Yeah, you got to be delicate when you fly these things. If you're not paying attention and you're just blabbing your lips like I am, it's so easy to just not paying any attention and end up way too high up to actually fly it right. Okay. Looks like we're doing good. But if I catastrophically destroy something on this one, we got 3 deaths instead of 1. I hope that didn't happen. Yeah. Alright, I'm gonna have to floor it. Oh, things are going bad. Real bad. Fail of launch. Oh no. I can't fly anything right tonight. I'm too busy flapping my gums. No. Go up. Go up. Alright. Looks like we're recovering. Somewhat. I need to flatten out more than this. Okay. Go there. Go down. Alright, we're good. Alright, there we go. That's good. We need to pick up a lot of altitude before I pick up too much more speed. Go up! Well, I'm trying not to pull up at the moment, because if I do, we're going to have a bad time. And probably flip. Alright, there's 17 thou. What's really nice is if you can level it at about 30,000. But, don't know if I'm going to pull that off or not. We'll see. I might be able to do that. Alright, about to break a thou. Everybody's got straight faces. That's a miracle. You'd think they all be like, oh god, no. Hey, that guy even kind of... Bob's looking like he's having fun. So if there's anything else you guys want me to talk about, I could probably see if I can think of some other funny story. I'm thinking. Give me a prompt or something. But it might be a moment before I can read it, because I'm concentrating. I need to go higher. It might be a little hot outside. Look at all the flames. So close. Alright. This is difficult to control, that's for sure. No. Okay. Could use extra reaction wheels, that's for sure. Talking about the super hostile series I did. Well, if you ever watched it, we pretty much just recorded everything that happened on that. I mean, what is there to tell? We had basically almost a year hiatus in the middle of it, but we finished it. I'm not really sure what there would be to tell on that one. And honestly, my memory is such crap that I probably couldn't tell you much about it anyway. You just have to go back and watch. It was a pretty good series. DIY fails. What's DIY fails? Do-it-yourself fails, but what do you mean? I'll talk about it if I can figure out what it's about. Alright, there's 31 or 2,000. Let's level out if we can. Oh, no, that ain't level. Oh god. We're flipping end over end instead. Alright, that's pretty level right there. closed. Alright. Let's do that. See what I can get to. Are you talking about, like, working on the house or something? I'm not sure if I... Oh, well, I suppose there's a little bit of do-it-yourself fails. If you're talking about, hey, I've got my own house and I've had to fix it and things have screwed up in the past, or I've failed at doing something right before, yeah, there's a little bit I could talk about on that subject. For instance, the first time I went and, our house was built in 1910. This freaking place is ancient. It was last probably remodeled in the 70s, which sucks. Because you've got this wood paneling in some parts of the house. It's still in the hallway. Covered up by some other bit of drywall. You can still see some of it. But anyway, we got this willow tree outside. And apparently the plumbing between our house and the sewer, like this, the city sewer, is made out of like the old terracotta pipe where it's like only a foot long and it connects to another piece, but it's just sitting in place, not necessarily glued or anything. And around the cracks so those roots can grow in. But about that. Some roots were growing in, and it was a bad thing. We're switching to the other mode here. Actually, I'll probably keep this on. Yeah, we can do both. Alright, let's see if we can get some more of it. So anyway, one time I had to clean that out. I tried to clean it out myself, and it didn't really go very well. It didn't go well at all. I can tell you that. When I opened it up, apparently, well, it'd been clogged for a while, so the downstairs toilet had overflown all over the freaking place. That sucked. And we also had some trouble with just plumbing in general was terrible. Sink clogged and everything. Alright, we didn't quite make an orbit with this thing, but we could have. Alright, well, same problem we had last time. 48,000 dropping. What to do? So I tried to clean that out myself. So I went down in the basement and opened up the cap to the sewer line. And, well, apparently there was water in the line for about 6 feet above me. And it basically flooded my basement full of sewer water. That sucked. A lot. Yeah. Alright, well, some other fails probably have to do with when I was young. I was helping my stepdad build some buildings. And that didn't always go well. One time we were building this barn. It was it was like a big tool shed for tractors and stuff. And, well, he was on the top of a ladder, and he was having me hold a board. So I was on one side with the ladder, and he was on, like, the other side of the board with the ladder, and we were nailing the ladder between two upright boards, so the actual board we were holding was horizontal. And he had me hold the board from my side, like clear on the far end from where he was. And then he got mad at me when, as I was holding it as best I could, his side fell and hit him right in the face. It wasn't the first time either. Another time, he was holding up a board, and he said, this was ground level this time, but basically the same kind of thing. He was holding up the board, and he told me to hold it. And as I was reaching for the board, he let go, and it fell and hit him in the face. And my best friend was there with me too, and he watched the whole thing happen. And we both told him, you didn't even give me the time to grab the board before you let go. So, and then there was another time we were working on a chicken coop. And, well, he put the hammer on the top of the ladder. And about 15 minutes later, he told me to go move the ladder for him. The hammer fell off the ladder and hit me square on the head, and it almost knocked me out. I had to sit down for a while. That was rough. We gotta make orbit. I don't know if I'm gonna have enough fuel for all this. This may end up being a, hey, we're not landing, but we're flying by the moon thing. But we'll see. We'll see what I can pull off with this. I didn't make a good orbit, and also that ship I was flying, it disappeared entirely, so we lost the funds for that. It was a bad launch. Again, I used too much fuel up trying to get my speed up, and screwing up the first time didn't help any. I used too much fuel. I know it can get to orbit because I've done it with this exact setup, but I just wasn't flying good enough. You guys had me talk too much and screwed me up. I ain't blaming it on you. It's my fault. But oh well. See, any other do-it-yourself fails? I can't even think of any. So I hadn't really did much. I hadn't screwed anything up myself much in quite a while. 107. If we put it over here, I could probably drag his way down. No, not really. Yes, really. Alright, well. There we go. It's 46. That'll work with 23. Hey, only a 59-second burn. That's pretty good. We could do this, I think. Alright. There we go. We got 13 minutes to wait. Poor Eldfred, he's just floating around. Gonna be a while before I go pick him up, probably. I think that's... No, there's another do-it-yourself fail. Once again, it includes my stepdad. Have you ever heard of something called a ditch witch? It is a large piece of equipment made for digging ditches. It looks like a giant chainsaw with some gnarly teeth on it. But it's for digging into the ground. My stepdad and I were digging drainage for gutters for the house. So the house was new. It was like a trailer he had put in. And we're digging all these ditches to put the pipes in for the gutters, so we could take the gutter water and stick it into the well, basically. And so we were digging in front of the house with it, and we heard this odd noise. And after we moved the ditch witch out of the way, we realized, oh, we just dug through our sewer line. Well, that's not a good thing. So, he had to replace a piece of the sewer line. That's bad. Trying to get this thing down to 20 or so. That's 15. It's pretty good. Let's do 7. Alright. And I'm trying to think if there was anything else. There's not much. Did anything crazy happen to you while you were in the army? Most of the army stuff I tried to have forgotten unintentionally. I can tell you about the time I had a very claustrophobic experience. This was towards the end of being in the basic training, and we were out on a long field exercise. It was like 3 days we spent out in the field. So we had to dig ourselves a foxhole. Apparently where we decided to dig hadn't been dug before. And it was almost as hard as a rock. So we ended up digging about 1.5 of, well, actually about half of a foxhole. It wasn't very deep. One end was deeper than the other side. So one person sat on the ground, the other person was in a hole. Like one person would lay on the ground, basically. Um, and on the third day, or second or third day, I think, the drill sergeants threw some CS grenades and had everybody put on their gas mask and gas equipment and stuff. And I hadn't really used mine much before, but apparently mine was heavily used and had very scratched up lenses. So it made it very hard to see out of the gas mask. Also, it fogged up. So we're sitting in, I was sitting in my foxhole, this wee little dinky cramped spot, and your arms are scrunched up next to you and everything. And a gas mask I can't see out of whatsoever. And the gas mask makes it very hard to breathe, so it's like very laborious breathing. I'm not too sure how to describe it. If you take a straw, I guess, and you try to breathe through a straw, it probably is something kind of like that, but not quite as extreme. But anyway, it was cramped, it was claustrophobic, it sucked. That 3-day experience basically made me and somebody I really liked and got along with, well, we weren't very good friends after that because things went so poorly and neither one of us was in a good mood, and so we spent 3 days in a terrible mood next to each other, and we were both snappy. So I kind of lost a friend almost over that whole experience. Actually, I did kind of lose a friend over that experience. Military sucks, by the way. But there was definitely some funny times. Trying to remember. I think one time a drill sergeant came to formation with a dildo attached to his hat, and everybody was laughing and snickering and smiling and shit, and he got all pissed off and walked right up to us and asked, "Do I look like I got a dick on my forehead, you private?" And we couldn't say yes. Poke you in the face with it. I'm like, what the fuck? That was some crazy crap. So according to this, I'm probably not going to have enough fuel to land. Which sucks. Oh, actually, yeah, I think I will have enough fuel to land. Huh. Alright, good. This isn't taking that much fuel. Alright, 7 and 9. Alright, we're good. I just want to land somewhere daytime, preferably. I'd like to land right around in here, honestly. Where's it right around in here? Let me think. There's a, one of these 3 craters. This one, or that one. There's actually an Easter egg down at the bottom end of it, but I don't remember which one it's on. I think it's this one. Okay, well, I could try to get there. Let's see, how would I do this? Nah, it's not letting me even stick a maneuver node on. Alright, there's a maneuver node. I killed the maneuver node. Come on. Give me the maneuver node. Put it over here. It's destroying my nodes. I really wish they'd fix the glitches in this game. Yeah, it's still early in the game, like development and things, but it's still a pain in the ass. Alright, that would look approximately correct, but I'd like to see if I can save some fuel by doing it back here a bit. I think it's down here. I think it's between these 2 craters. That looks correct. Alright, we're gonna try this. See if I can find Buzz Aldrin's monument. Let's see. We're at 8 minutes. And that's all the faster that's gonna fast forward. Let's see, anything else? Well, I was in the military. I did enjoy bayonet training, but there wasn't really anything that out of the normal with it. Basically, you stick a knife on the end of your gun and go stab some weird rubber targets with it. Marksman training. I remember specifically with the marksmanship training, my platoon was so god-awful with shooting. Honestly, my platoon was the best platoon out of the company. There's 4 platoons in our company. The company was so bad at shooting that after the week of marksmanship training, they're supposed to give you a streamer saying that you went through the training and stuff, and you completed successfully. And whoever's platoon did the best, they march around with that streamer. When they go to formation and launch and everything, it's kind of an honor. But our company did so bad that they burned the streamer in front of us. It was horrible. I couldn't believe it. And I was one of the few people that was amazing at it. There's 3 ranks of marksmanship, and you can get different little insignias for it. And I got the highest rank because I was pretty good. So I was, I believe, the 2nd best shooter in my platoon. The best shooter in the platoon was actually the best shooter in the whole company. And he actually got to have lunch with a captain or something for it or something. I don't remember exactly, but he got to have lunch with somebody important because he did so good. But the drill sergeants were literally in other lanes shooting other people's targets for them just so they could pass, because people would go in 3 or 4 times and fail their marksmanship over and over and over because they were so god-awful. I couldn't believe it. That ought to work right there. We're going to get in a little closer and hope I don't scrape the surface. Looks like we're good, actually. Alright, when I come in over here... landing legs. Well, I actually gotta turn that off. G for landing legs. Alright, we're good. Hopefully I got enough fuel for this. I'm a little doubtful. To be honest, where I went to the military, when I went to basic training, we went to the fort in Oklahoma. I don't remember the name anymore. It's been 10 plus years since I was in the military. It was the main base for training of the artillery and the cooks. Which is good because the food there was amazing. Every day, every meal, we had absolutely great food. And apparently I'm way off on where Buzz Aldrin's monument is. It'd be over there somewhere. So we're just going to try to land wherever. But I'm probably not going to have enough fuel. And we're going to strand people upstairs again. That sucks. We may not even have enough fuel to land. Oh, great. Gonna have to have a large rescue mission to pick 3 Kerbals up off the mine. And we're gonna land on the side of a cliff. How much better can it get? Okay, everything's looking good. I'm gonna do basically some kind of suicide burn when I get close. About here. Not quite. About there. Nope. I can't tell how high I am. Wow, we are landing on the side of a cliff. That's bad. Well, here's for another horrible landing. And not enough fuel to take off. Let's go over this way. Probably not have enough fuel to land either. Oh, things are going so bad. Hard mode. Why are you so hard? Well, over here. Probably end up transmitting that or something. The crew report. Transmit it. Complete a contract by doing so. We're about to lose parts, including landing legs. Oh, didn't crash too hard. Whew. Alright. Acceptable. Unfortunately, they're stuck here, and apparently that 2 landing legs died on me. Yeah, they're dead. Alright, let's see. Crew report. Transmit that. Okay. Successfully explored the moon. Success! That's the main reason why we went here. Just so we could complete the mission and the contract. Doesn't really matter that much. These people are stranded here. They can sit there, no problem. Alright. Transmit and recover science data for surface of the moon complete. Space around the moon complete. I think that was the whole thing. Let's take a look. Yep. The whole Explore the Moon contract is done. Well then, there we go. I'll just go ahead and grab this and keep. May as well transmit one of them. Grab that. Transmit. Don't care. And how much? Okay, we got a bit of electric charge. Transmit that. Bob gets the honors. Where are we anyway? Port side crater. Alright, keep that. Keep that. Plant flag. Let's see, Mun's far side crater. Black text. We crashed here. Oh crap. Better get a rescue coming soon. Bob. There we go. Poor Bob. Poor everyone. I'm gonna have to hire more Kerbals. That wasn't quite the button I wanted to press. Alright. Grab board. And there we go. Honestly, I think... I am way short. I think the Buzz Aldrin thing is either over here, or somewhere. But it could also be over here. I don't really remember exactly which crater that Easter egg's hiding on. I wanted to land by it, but it didn't happen. I don't see it in the distance or anything. So, we're going to have to mount a rescue mission one of these years. for this mess. Yeah. There's honestly two ways you could do that. We could possibly dock on with it with one of those asteroid grabbers and transmit fuel to it. But we could also just send another ship over here to pick up 3 Kerbals. Either one would work. It's just getting this thing upright would be tough. Especially since I got 2 dead legs. I need to go the other way. Let's see. Oh, might get upright. Upright it is. Shit. Barely upright it is. That'll work. But honestly, docking with this with anything at all would be a royal pain in the butt. So I'd probably just rather land something near it. Be a lot easier. Alright, well, peeps, that's all for tonight. I'm gonna go make dinner. I'm hungry. So, hope you enjoyed. Thanks, everybody, for coming out. Wow, quite a nice turnout tonight, too. Huh. And, we'll see what we get up to next time. I'm off tomorrow, so I might just stream tomorrow. It could happen. See what I feel like. I'd like to be able to take this particular thing, well, not this ship, but take the this challenge and go to Joel and Duna and places like that with it. The plans I currently have should allow me to get there with lower end funds, hopefully, if I can design something good enough to get that far. It's just that I'm not really going to be afraid of one-way missions. That's going to be the big thing with the hard mode challenge, at least for now. This time, I'm probably not going to care that much if a mission ends up being one way. It's okay. And yeah, I've landed on Joel before. It's weird. Alright, peeps. Bye. Catch you later. Go eat dinner. See ya. Happy Halloween. I did jack shit for Halloween. Bye.